Okay, so this is the part 5 of the frequently asked questions dito sa civil service exam sa subject na mathematics. Okay, good day. So I'm Engineer Melvin John Banzuelo. So dito sa part 5, meron lang tayo 5 problems and yung mostly ng topics at saka questions or problems dito kay by request. Okay, may mga nag-message po sa akin sa Messenger na ano po daw yung solution ng mga ganitong problem. So 5 problems lang. So let's start with the mixture problem. Okay, so start na tayo. So problem number 1, tank A contains a mixture of 10 gallons water and 5 gallons pure alcohol. Tank B has 12 gallons water and 3 gallons alcohol. How many gallons should be taken from each tank and combined in order to obtain an 8-gallon solution containing 25% alcohol by volume? Letter A, 3 gallons from tank A and 5 gallons from tank B. Letter B, 5 gallons from tank A and 3 gallons from tank B. Letter C, 2 gallons from tank A and 6 gallons from tank B. Letter D, 6 gallons from tank A and 2 gallons from tank B. So, in this case, pwede lang din nating i-reverse galing sa choices papunta sa problem. Okay, so this is a mixture problem. Sa mixture, meron tayong tank A at saka tank B. And every tank may alcohol solution. Okay, may alcohol solution si tank A and alcohol solution si tank B. So, paano siya i-solve? So, in diagram, sabi sa problem, si tank A daw may 10 gallons of water and 5 gallons of alcohol. Therefore, the fraction ratio or the percentage, the concentration of alcohol here is 5 over 10 or 5 over 10 or 1 half or 50% alcohol for tank B. So, bakit naging 50%? That is 5 divided by 10. Then, ibig sabihin ng X, ito yung tinanggal sa tank A. Okay? Ito yung tinanggal sa tank A. Kasi sabi sa problem, how many gallons should be taken from each tank and combined in order to obtain. So, tinanggal and then kinumbine. So, and combine in order to obtain an 8-gallon solution containing 25% alcohol by volume. Dito naman sa tank B, meron tayong 12 gallons of water as given sa problem and 3 gallons alcohol. Therefore, ang ratio dito is 3:12 or 3 over 12 or that is 1/4. Okay? So, or 25% alcohol concentration. So, ito naman, ang tinanggal naman sa tank B is Y. So, itong X, tinanggal sa tank A, si Y, tanggal sa tank B, and then i-combine si X at saka si Y, ang result is we have 8-gallon solution containing 25% alcohol. Okay? 25% alcohol. So, ano po yung ibig sabihin yan? Okay? So, again, nagtanggal tayo ng X gallon sa tank A and Y gallon sa tank B. Okay? So, Y gallon sa tank B. So, and then yung tinanggal na X gallon tsaka Y gallon, i-combine natin. Tapos, ang result is we have 8-gallon solution. So, ito po siya. So, ito yung tinanggal sa tank A and ito yung tinanggal naman sa tank B. And then, kinumbine yung tinanggal sa tank A tsaka sa tank B, ang combination nila is 8-gallon solution. So, you have X from tank A plus Y from tank B. Hinalo silang dalawa. Ang result, 8 gallons. And sa 8 gallons, we have 25% alcohol. Okay. So, therefore, ang ratio ng alcohol sa X is 5:15. Saan galing yan? That is 5-gallon alcohol over 5 plus 10 sa baba, kaya naging 15. Ito po yung 5 plus 10, 15. Ganon din dito, 3 gallons of alcohol, yan po siya. And then sa baba, 3 plus 12, that is 15. That is the concentration ng alcohol sa tank B. So, ayan, we have 5/15x plus 3/15y equals 25% alcohol sa 8 gallon na solution na kinumbine. Okay, so ito siya next class. Itong 0.25, that is also 1/4. Kaya pag i-rewrite natin itong equation na to, magiging 5/15x plus 3/15y equals to 1/4 times 8. And 1/4 times 8, cancel ito, 8 divided by 4, that is 2. Okay, 2 ang result. It means 2 gallons yung alcohol dito. Okay, sa 8 gallon solution. 2 gallons ang alcohol. Okay, so ayan na. So dapat pwede nating i-reverse. Ang gawin natin sa pag-reverse, ito lang yung gagamitin natin, and then sa-substitute tayo ng value for x and y. So ang value ng x, that is for sa tank B, value ng y, sa tank B, sorry, tank A, and value ng y para sa tank B. Okay? So, halimbawa, letter A, ito si 3, substitute natin sa x, si 5 naman, substitute natin sa y. So, pag substitute natin sa 3 dito, at saka si 5 dito sa y, pag ang result is 2, then therefore, correct answer si A. And if ang result is hindi 2, therefore, hindi po sagot si letter A. Proceed na tayo kay letter B. Okay, so let's try. So, ayan, 1/4 times 8 equals to 2. So, dapat ito lang yung tatandaan natin. Dapat yung result is 2. Magiging 2 dapat yung result. So, ayan lang po. So, let's try letter A. So, sa letter A, yung x natin is 3. Sa letter A, ito letter A po, letter A. So, ang x natin is 3. Kaya we have 5/15 times 3. Then, ang y natin is 5. Ito po yung si y. So, therefore, kaya ito y, kaya 5 po yan siya dyan. So, 3/15 times 5. Now, take note that makancel po natin yan. 15 divided by 3, that is 5. And then, ganun din sa kabila, 15 divided by 5, that is 3. So, 5/5, that is 1. 3/3, that is also 1. Kaya, ang naiwan na lang is 1, tapos plus 1. Okay, so 1 plus 1. So, therefore, ang result is 1 plus 1 is what? 1 plus 1, that is 2. So, since naglabas ang sagot na 2, it means, ano ibig sabihin po ng class? The correct answer is si letter A. So, yun lang. So, reverse lang natin. Kasi pag gagamitin natin itong 2 equation, medyo mahaba na. Okay? So, yun yung ikinaganda sa board exam, kahit na sa PRC board exam, or sa civil service, maximize natin yung choices. Okay? Hindi pwedeng gawa lang tayo ng gawa ng equation. So, yun yung ikinaganda. Pag may choices, kayang mag-solve na hindi na mag-ikot lahat sa equation. So, gamitin natin yung value sa choices to substitute sa equation na nagawa natin. So, gaya sa ginawa natin sa problem na to. Okay? So, sa ganitong problem, kailangan lang talaga ng practice. Okay, so wala namang madali sa pag-solve. Okay, so kailangan ng practice. And then, reverse lang talaga. Okay, so reverse method ang madali kasi minsan sa pagre-reverse, nakikita natin kaagad yung sagot. So, the correct answer here is letter A. So, problem number 2, Mr. Bean left his house at 7:30 a.m. and drove his car at 50 kilometers per hour. And he rested for half an hour. What time will he reach his destination, which is 600 kilometers away? Is it letter A, 7:30 p.m., letter B, 7 p.m., letter C, 8 p.m., letter D, 8:30 p.m.? Now, ito sa class, itong ibig sabihin ng this is a motion problem. Okay, motion problem ito siya. So, umalis si Mr. Bean sa bahay niya sa time na 7:30 a.m. Tapos, nag-drive siya ng car niya na may speed na 50 kilometers per hour. And after that, nag-rest siya ng half an hour. So, then therefore, rest siya ng half an hour and then he resumed. Okay? So, what time will he reach his destination, which is 600 kilometers away? Okay, take note, that the formula for motion is distance equals rate times time. Distance traveled, rate is the speed or the velocity, and t is the time traveled. So, time po yung tinatanong dito, so therefore, time po yung isolve natin. So, as we know, time equals to distance over the rate. Given po yung distance. Ito po yung distance natin, 600 kilometers, and then given din yung rate. Ang rate po natin is 50 kilometers per hour. So, ayan na po siya, 600 kilometers divided by 50 kilometers per hour. Cancel po tong kilometer na to. Cancel po yan. 600 divided by 50. I-divide po natin yan. 600 divided by 50, that is 12 hours na travel. Kaso, sabi dito, he rested for half an hour. So, the total time of travel niya is kasali po ito. So, therefore, the total time is itong t, that is 12 hours, plus yung half an hour, 0.5 hour. Half an hour, that is 30 minutes. Okay, so the total time is 12 plus 0.5 hours. Therefore, the total time traveled by Mr. Bean is 12.5 hours. Take note, when we say 12 hours, same pa rin yan, 7:30. But ang the difference is magiging PM. Kung 24 hours, syempre 24 hours, same time, 7:30 AM. So pag 12 hours, that is 7:30 pa rin, 7:30 AM, plus the 0.5 hour, so therefore that is 30 minutes. Therefore, the correct answer here is 7:30 AM plus 7:30 PM plus 30 minutes. Okay, again, pag 12 hours from 7:30 AM, that is 7:30 PM. Pag sinabi namang 12 hours from 6 AM, that is 6 PM. So in this case, 7:30 AM, then plus 12 hour ka, that is 7:30 PM. So, ito sanang sagot ka. So, mayroong he rested for half an hour. So, therefore, 7:30 PM plus 30 minutes, that is, the correct answer is 8 PM. Okay? So, 8 PM po yung correct answer. So, I hope klaro po yung pagkaka-explain ko ng solution. Problem number 3, Chicks went to a mall for a 3-day sale. She bought a new pair of shoes and paid only 2,450 pesos, discounted for 20% off. What was the original price of the shoes? Is it letter A, 3,062 pesos, 3,062.50, letter B, 3,260.50, letter C, 3,620.5, letter D, 3,026.50. Ang sabi nila, actually may nag-message, hindi po talaga ito ang whole problem or whole question. Hindi rin yung pinalitan ko na lang yung tao dito sa problem. Ang sabi, ito daw talaga yung lumabas sa isang civil service exam. Okay, so ayan, so ang solution dito, pag every time naka-encounter kayo ng ganitong problem, ang tanong is the original price. So, bigyan ko lang kayo ng direct na formula. Okay? Automatic that gamitin natin discounted price over 1 minus the percentage off. Now, in this problem, given po yung discounted price, that is 2,450. And ito po yung off, that is 20% off. But, pag gamit natin sa formula, in terms of decimal, not in percentage. So, therefore, 1 minus, ano yung decimal form ng 20%? That is 0.20 or 0.2. So, from this problem, discounted price is 2,450 and minus 0.20 or minus the 20%. So, the correct answer is, so ayan, 2,450, 1 minus 0.2, that is 0.8. So, the correct answer is 3,062.50 pesos. Problem number 4. A collection of 24 coins worth 25 cents, 1 peso, and 5 peso amounts to 36.25 pesos. If the number of 1 peso coins is 3 more than thrice the number of 5 peso coins, how many 5 peso coins are there? Okay, how many 5 peso coins? Isipin po nating mabuti na yung nasa choices, itong value ng nasa choices po, class, ito po sila ay mga possible value ng 5 peso coins. Okay. So, ang pag-solve sa problem na to, re-reverse pa rin tayo. Okay? Huwag tayo gumawa ng equation kasi yung equation pang matalino lang yan. Okay? Hindi yan sa atin. Okay? So, madiskarte. Kailangan sa exam, madiskarte kayo. Talo ng madiskarte yung matatalino. Okay? So, kaso ako dalawa, matalino na, madiskarte pa. Okay? Ito na. If the number of 1 peso coin is 3 more than thrice the number of 5 peso coin. So, ito yung 5 peso coin. Possible. So, let's start with letter A. Sa letter A, kung letter A yung itetest natin, the number of 5 peso coin here is 2. Okay? 2 yung number 5 peso coin. So, gagamitin natin yung statement na if the number of 1 peso coin. So, therefore, makukuha natin kung ilang 1 peso coin meron tayo if ever meron tayong 2 5 peso coin. Paano natin makukuha kung ang bilang ng 1 peso coin? Gamitin lang natin itong statement na to. Okay? If the number of 1 peso coin is 3 more than thrice the number of 5 peso coin. So, yun. So, ayan chat. Thrice, ito ha, thrice, kaya 3. Okay? Thrice the number of 5 peso coin. Ito yung number of 5 peso coin. Saan galing yung 2? Ito po siya. Ayan po yung si 2. Okay? Thrice the number of 5 peso coin. So, 3 more than. So, plus 3. So, 3. Ayan po yun siya. 3 more than thrice the number of 5 peso coin. Ang result po nito is the number of 1 peso coin. So, bakit naging 9? Because 3 times 2, 6 plus 3, that is 9. So, therefore, here, we have 9 1 peso coin and 2 5 peso coin. Since meron na tayong number of 5 peso coins and 1 peso coin, makuha na natin yung number of 25 cents. Paano makuha? Take note, we have 24 coins here and then 9 plus 2, that is 11. 24 minus 11, that is 13. So, therefore, we have 13 25 centavo coins. So, ayan siya. So, we have 2 5 peso coin that is given sa choices, sa choice letter A. And then, 9 1 peso coin that is na-solve natin galing sa statement na to. Therefore, meron na tayong 11 coins. Para maging 24, we need only 13 coins. So, therefore, we have 13 25 centavo coin. To counter-check, if that is 24, 13 plus 9, 22 plus 2, that is 24. Next natin gawin is to check if magto-total ba yan ng 36.25 pesos. So, 2 times 5, the value of 5 peso coins, plus 9 times 1, plus 13 times 0.25. So, ayan po siya. 2 na 5 peso coin, 9 na 1 peso coin, 13 na tag 25 cents. Ang result is 22.25 pesos. Ang tanong, equal ba 36.25 at saka 22.25? Siyempre, hindi. So, therefore, sagot ba si letter A? Siyempre, hindi rin. So, eliminate na natin si letter A. Okay, so eliminate na natin si letter A. So, yung chance natin na makatama, medyo lumaki na kasi hindi na kasali si letter A. Okay, 4 na lang yung pagpipilian natin. So, let's try na naman si letter B. Sa letter B po, class, dito, possible daw, meron daw tayong tatlong 5 peso coins. And para makuha natin yung number ng 1 peso coin, gagamitin natin yung statement na to. If the number of 1 peso coin is 3 more than thrice. So, 3 times 3. O yan, 3 more than thrice. 3 times 3 plus 3. So, ito number of 1 peso coins is 3 more than thrice the number of 5 peso coins. So, 3, ito thrice, ito yung thrice the number of 5 peso coin. Ito yung number of 5 peso coin, tatlong 5 peso coin. Bakit tatlo? Kasi yan yung nasa choice letter B. So, again, 3 times 3 plus 3. Bakit may plus 3? Kasi sabi dito, if the number of 1 peso coin is 3 more than. So, ayan. 3 more than. Kung 3 less than, minus. So, more than yan, that is plus. So, plus 3. Therefore, 3 times 3, that is 9. Plus 3, that is 12. Nakuha na natin yung number ng 1 peso coin. So, ibig sabihin, meron tayong 12 1 peso coin and 3 5 peso coin. So, ayan siya. 3 5 peso coin and then 12 1 peso coin. So, 12 plus 3, 15. And ilang coins meron tayo? 24. So, 24 minus 15 or 24 minus 3 minus 12. Okay, 24 minus 3 is 21 minus 12, that is, oh, ilan lahat? That is 9. Okay, so we have 9 25 centavo coins. So, counter check. 3 plus 12, that is 15, plus 9, that is 24 coins. Now, test natin yung value nila ng tatlong 5 peso coin, ng 12 na 1 peso coin, at ng 9 na 25 centavo coin. So, yan. 3 times 5, ito yung value ng 5 peso coin. 12 times 1, value niya, kasi meron tayong 12 na 1 peso coin, plus 9 times 0.25. So, yan. Ang value po niyan is 29.25. Ang tanong, si 29.25 ba? Equal ba dito? Hindi. So, therefore, sagot ba si letter B? Hindi rin. Okay? So, therefore, eliminate na natin si letter B. So, ayan. Meron na lang tayong tatlong pagpilian. So, yung chance natin is lumalaki ng lumalaki. So, ikaw din kung nagsasagot ka sa exam, na-excite ka rin. Okay? Kasi malapit ka na sa pupuntahan mo. Malapit ka na sa tamang sagot. Okay? Ang problema lang nito, class, kung ma-eliminate mo lahat. So, wala kang sagot. Okay? So, let's try letter C. Letter C. Sa letter C, meron tayong 4 na 5 peso coins. Okay? 4. So, ang tanong ngayon, ilan yung 1 peso coin? So, 3 times 4 plus 3. Kasi sabi dito, if the number of 1 peso coin is 3 more than, ito yung 3 more than plus 3, thrice the number of 5 peso coin. So, ang number ng 5 peso coin dito sa letter C is 4. So, kaya we have thrice the number of 5 peso coin. 3 more than thrice the number of 5 peso coin equals the number of 1 peso coin. So, therefore, ilang 1 peso coin meron tayo dito? That is 15 1 peso coin. So, we have 4 5 peso coin and 15 1 peso coin. So, ayan siya, 4 5 peso coin and 15 1 peso coin. Saan galing ang 4? Given po yan sa choice o letter C. So, therefore, 24 minus 4, 20, minus 15, that is 5. So, therefore, ilang 25 cents? We have 5 25 cents na coin. So, check po. 4 plus 15, 19 plus 5, that is 24 coins, which is nag-equal lang sa problem. Next naman, i-test natin yung value niyan. Yung value ng 4 na 5 peso coin, 15 na 1 peso coin, and 5 25 cents. If mag-equal ba sa 36.25? So, ayan siya. Meron tayong 4 na 5 peso coin, sa kaya 4 times 5. Meron tayong 15 na 1 peso coin, kaya 15 times 1. And meron tayong 5 na 25 cents na coins. So, kaya 5 times 0.25. So, ang sagot niyan is 36.25. Parehas ba? So, parehas. 36.25, 36.25. Number of coins, parehas din. 4 plus 15, 19 plus 5, 24. So, the correct answer is very obvious na. Okay, wag na nating i-test si letter D as well as wag na rin nating i-test si letter E. Pero kung wala kayong magawa, i-try nyo na lang. Okay, so the correct answer here is letter C. Okay, so yun lang, reverse method. Again, yung reverse method, kailangan lang ng mastery. So, para maging master, solve lang parati ng problem. Kahit yung problem, pabalik-balik nyo solve. So, yun lang. At hanggang sa ma-master ninyo ang pag-reverse. So, again, tandaan, daig ng madiskarte ang matalino sa pagsasagot ng problems. Okay, so proceed na tayo sa last problem dito sa part 5. Okay, dito na tayo sa problem number 5. Okay, problem number 5. So, ito po yung problem. If thrice the smaller number exceeds the larger by 12, find the larger number if the two consecutive numbers are consecutive odd integers. A7, B9, C10, D8. If thrice the smaller number exceeds the larger by 12, find the larger number if two numbers are consecutive odd integers. Okay, eto class. Paano siya i-solve? Sabi sa problem, consecutive odd integers. Okay, dito lang muna tayo. Huwag muna yung consecutive. Ito na lang muna, add. Add integers. Ano yung mga add integers? Add integers, yun po yung 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, 23, and so on. Yun po yung mga add integers. And from the choices, alin dyan yung add and alin naman yung hindi? Itong letter A, this is add integer. So therefore, possible answer C, letter A. Ito naman si letter B, add integer din. So therefore, possible answer C, letter B. Ito naman si C, hindi po yan add integer. That is, ano po yan? Even integer. Ano naman yung mga even integer? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, and so on. So therefore, itong C at saka letter D are not odd integers, but they belong sa even integers. So, pwede na natin silang i-eliminate. Kasi, ang sabi sa problem, add integer daw. And then, since hindi sila add integer, tanggalin na natin sila. Okay? So, sa problem na to, meron na tayong dalawang possible answer na pagpipilian. Okay, so focus na lang tayo dito sa pag-solve or pag-reverse natin sa problem. Next is, gamitin natin ito isang word, consecutive odd integers. Consecutive odd integers. So, meron na yung dalawang number, tapos yung dalawang number na yon ay consecutive odd integer. And then, itong word na larger, kasi ang tanong sa problem, find the larger number. So, ito yung, ang 7 at saka 9, possible larger number yan sila. Larger number. Since sinabi sa problem na consecutive odd, and 7 and 9 are possible, mga larger numbers sila, sa letter A, ang possible two numbers ay 5 at 7. Yung smaller, si 5, larger is 7. 7, ito po yan si 7 as given sa choice letter A. And then, sa letter B naman, since larger ito siya, therefore, ang kasama niya is number 7. So, bakit 7? Kasi sila naman yung consecutive, magkasunod. Ibig sabihin ng consecutive, magkasunod. So, yan na. Ito yung smaller, ito yung larger. Ito yung nasa choices. Yan po yung si 7 at saka si 9. So, alin sa kaya sa dalawa, A and B ang tamang sagot? Gamitin natin itong next statement. If thrice the smaller exceeds the larger by 12. Ibig sabihin, pag i-times 3 daw natin si smaller number, isasubtract natin kay larger number, ang difference nila is 12. Kasi sa word na exceeds, mas malaki si isang 3 times ng smaller ng 12 points, na 12 na bilang. So therefore, itong 5 at saka 7, ita-times 3 natin, times 3 ito, times 3 ito, so, 3 times 5 minus 7, 3 times 7 minus 9. So, yan po siya. 3 times 5 minus 7. Bakit tayo nakagawa ng ganito? Kasi sabi sa problem, if thrice the smaller number exceeds the larger number by 12. So, dapat hahanapin natin na sagot is ang 12. So, sa letter A, 3 times 5 minus 7. Sa letter B, 3 times 7 minus 9. 3 times 5, that is 15. And then 3 times 7 minus 21. Then 15 minus 7, that is 8. And then 21 minus 9, that is 12. So therefore, alin dyan ang sagot class? So tingnan natin ito, 12 and 12. The correct answer is letter B. Okay, so ganun lang kadali. I hope klaro po yung pagkaka-explain. And if hindi klaro, PM nyo ako sa Facebook, hanapin nyo ako sa Facebook or sa Messenger. Okay, sabihan nyo ako na ano mo yung solution mo, ang pangit. Okay, hindi. O pwede kayong baka gusto nyo mag-request ng other solution, gusto nyo yung pang matalino, marunong din ako nun, ng pagsusolve, yung with equations. Baka isipin niyo hindi ako marunong. Okay, so, but mostly sa problem ko dito is tinuturuan ko kayo ng pag-solve ng sa exam na may choices. Okay? Kasi ganun naman talaga yung board exam or yung civil service exam. Okay? So, that's all for frequently asked questions part 5. So, the correct answer here is so problem number 5 is letter B. So, thank you for watching and don't forget to click subscribe. Bakit po kailangan natin mag-subscribe? Para kung may dadagdag ako na new videos, bagong mga video, ma-update po kayo, ma-notify po kayo sa mga bagong video po natin. Okay? Don't forget to click subscribe and don't forget to share it. Ito share po yung mga videos ko sa mga friends po ninyo. Okay? Para makatulong naman tayo. Again, kung may mga request kayo ng mga problems or questions, pwede nyo ako directly PM. Hanapin nyo ako sa Messenger, okay, or sa Facebook. And then message nyo sa akin yung problems na gusto nyong ipapa-solve. So, yun lang and happy studying and enjoy studying. God bless. Bye-bye.